Today's theme is forced compliance. Let's just put it like that. That is today's theme. Forced compliance. And it's amazing where compliance is forced and where it isn't. Right? Think of, did you see that aerial shot of the border, Kane?
Oh, yeah.
That's not far. You got some fam that live down there.
Yeah. Yeah, down the Brownsville area.
Yeah. You got fam down in Brownsville. We got our radio fam down in RGV. That's insane. I thought that was a concert. I legitimately did. So wait, hold up. If you haven't seen Bill Melugins, they sent a drone up. I was just like scrolling through Twitter, and it was, I don't know, it was like 8 this morning. I was like scrolling through Twitter, and I'm like, we're dealing with our dogs, and I'm like, is my coffee hot enough? And I'm drinking my Black Rifle coffee, which is my second cup today. I needed one out of my skull. It's my Halloween skull mug because this is the season when I can use these as my day-to-day items, which is really in my heart. And I scrolled past, and I just happened to see a bunch of people, a ton of people standing outside, and I thought, I'm not kidding you. My first thought was concert. Is that weird that was my first thought? Because I saw tents and I saw
looks just like it.
Yeah, it's like a festival, like a setup that you would have if you were at a concert. And I thought, oh. And then I actually started, and at first it was just that. Someone had reposted this image from Bill Melugin. So then I clicked on the thread and I'm like, what is this? Like, how is there a festival or a concert going on and I don't hear people screaming about it? Oh, now interesting. I said that, right? Because I didn't hear anybody screaming about the festival or concert that was happening. And then I clicked on the image and it took me to Bill Melugin's thread. And then I saw the video. It's not a concert. That's the border. Those are people who crossed illegally at the border and now are there, like right there at the highway overpass. Thousands upon thousands. What did they say? 200,000 in July alone? Sorry, 208,000?
Yeah, more than 200,000.
208,000 in July alone. This is insane. I've never, and now usually, and I was reading an account from one Border Patrol agent. So usually they would say that, okay, so this is, there's always a height and increase in crossings at certain times of the year. And so this is the record for this year, last year, et cetera. And then it starts to taper off it starts to taper off at some point. And then when the rains come in and all that stuff, now they're like, it's actually not tapering off. It has been an all-time high it has been doing this since spring. You're talking about these figures since spring. Day after day after day after day after day. People lined up. There aren't enough tests because, we're supposed to be in a pandemic or something. There aren't enough tests. People aren't getting vaccinated. Not everybody's wearing masks. Apparently, the forced compliance doesn't exist at the border at all. Forced compliance exists everywhere else. Kane reminds me of this Psaki audio where it was Ducey time and she had to answer during Ducey time period. Listen.
Possible. And so the president's announcement yesterday was an effort to empower businesses, to give businesses the tools to protect their workforces. That's exactly what we did. But certainly we want everybody to get vaccinated, and more people are vaccinated, whether they are migrants or whether they are workers, protects more people in the United States.
But it's a requirement for people at a business with more than 100 people. It is not a requirement for migrants at the southern border. Why?
That's correct. Go ahead.
With enforcement. That's correct. Go ahead. Right. Go ahead. Next question. That's correct. That's correct. That's it? Unreal. Yes, that's correct. That's it. That's correct. That's correct. That's it? Yes, correct. Wow. So forced compliance at the border, but nowhere else.